Hi everyone, welcome back to our science class. Today here I am going to discuss a very interesting lesson, body movements. In this lesson, I will discuss a few topics. First one, the difference between movements and locomotion. Second one is joints and types of joints. And the last one, various animals' movements. So, in our surroundings, we can see the different types of animals are moving in different ways, right? Like fish swim, birds fly, snake slithers, etc. Other than this movement, we can also see that our different body parts are moving or different body movements is depends upon our different activities, right? So maybe you got the idea about the movements and locomotion, right? So, what is meant by movement? Yes, movement is when the living organism moves a body part or parts without any change in the position of the organism. So, what is meant by locomotion? Yes, locomotion is when the movement of a part of the body leads to change in the position and location of the organism. That's example walking, running, swimming, etc. So some example we can see related to the movement is when we pick up a book, our hands move, or while kicking a ball, our legs move. So this is the difference between movement and locomotion. But all the locomotions are movements, but all movements are not locomotions. Let's we can see body movements in human beings. We already know that human bodies have definite shape due to the presence of cartilage, bones, and muscles. Is it possible to move our body parts without joints? No, right? So, next we are going to discuss about joints. What is meant by joints? Yes, joints are places where bones meet. A joint is a point in a body where two or more bones meet. There are four types of joints: ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivotal joint, and fixed joint. So, first we can see the ball and socket joint. The rounded end of one bone fits into the cavity of the other bone. Such type of bones are called ball and socket joint. Such a joint allows movements in all directions. Example, shoulder bone, hip bone. Second one is hinge joint. Have you seen the hinge in our doors? Yes, it helps to opening and closing of our doors, but only one direction, right? Similarly, we can see some joints in our body. It allows only back and forth movement. The movement in only one direction. Example, elbow, knee. These are the example of hinge joint. Next one is pivotal joint. The joint where our neck joins the heart is a pivotal joint. It allows us bend our head forward and backward and turns the head to our right or left. Even allows rotation. In a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Here you can see the image, right? Example, neck joint. Next one is fixed joint. There are some bones in our head that are joined together at some points. The bones cannot move at these joints. Such joints are called fixed joints. When we open your mouth wide, we can move our lower jaw away from our head. Can we also move our upper jaw away from head? No, right? Because there is a joint between the upper jaw and the rest of the head, which is a fixed joint. So that's all about joints. What are the different types of joints? Yes, ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivotal joint, and fixed joint. Next, we will going to discuss about the skeleton. Okay. All the bones in our body form a framework to give shape and support to our body. This framework is called skeleton. Skeleton protects our internal organs from injury. Skeleton also helps in movement of body. In human beings, this system is made up of 206 bones and a few cartilage. Next one is skull. The skull is made of 22 bones joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of our body, that is brain. It also protects our eyes, ears, nose. Skull gives shape to our head. All bone of skull are immovable except lower jaw. Next one is rib cage. There are 12 pairs of ribs. Ribs join the chest bone and the backbone and together to form a box. This box is called as rib cage. Some important internal parts of our body lie protected inside this cage. Example, heart, lungs, etc. The next one is backbone or vertebral column. It runs from neck to hips. It is made of 33 small bones called vertebrae placed vertically upon each other. The major function protection of the spinal cord. Shoulder bones, rib cage and hip bones are all joined to backbone. Spinal column provides the main support to our body, allowing us to stand upright, bend and twist. The next one is a shoulder bone. Human body has two shoulders, left and right side of neck. Shoulder bone is formed by collarbone or clavicle, shoulder blade or scapula. Collarbone or clavicle is curved bone. Shoulder blade, upper arm bone is joined to shoulder blade by a ball and socket joint. Next one is pelvic bone. Bowl-shaped structure at the lower end of spine to which our legs are attached. Pelvic bones enclose the portion of our body below the stomach. This is the part we sit on. It connects to the spine and to the leg bones at the hip joints. It protects the bladder, both large and small intestines, and male and female reproductive organs. Next, cartilage. It is a smooth tissue, parts of the skeleton that are not as hard as the bones and which can be bent. It is present in ear, nose, joints, between vertebrae of backbone. So that's all about skeleton. Next, we are going to discuss about the movements in various animals like snail, earthworm, cockroach, birds, fish, snake, etc. We can see the movement in earthworms. The body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. An earthworm does not have bones. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. During movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear position fixed to the ground. Then it fixes the front end and releases the rear end. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. This makes it move forward by a small distance. Earthworms move through repeated muscle expansion and contraction. The body also secretes a slimy substance to help the movement. Next one, movement in snails. It's a very slow moving animal. Snail carries shell on its back. It is the outer skeleton of the snail but is not made of bones. The shell is a single unit and does not help in moving from place to place. It has to be dragged along. Snail has only one foot. Foot of snail is large, flat and disc shaped, made of strong muscles. Snail moves with the help of this foot. Next, we will move to movements in cockroach. Cockroach can walk, climb, as well as fly in the air. The body is covered with a hard outer skeleton which is made of different units joined together and permits movement. They have three pairs of legs. These help in walking. There are two pairs of wings attached to the breast. The cockroaches have distinct muscles. Muscles near the legs move the legs for walking. Breast muscles move the wings when the cockroach flies. Next one, movement in birds. Birds fly in the air and walk on the ground. Some birds like ducks and swans also swim in water. The birds can fly because their bodies are well suited for flying. Their bones are hollow and light. Hind limbs are used for walking and perching. Forelimbs are modified into wings. The shoulder bones are strong. The breastbones are modified to hold muscles of flight which are used to move the wings up and down. Birds fly by constant flapping of their wings. Next one, movement in snakes. Snakes have a long backbone. They have many thin muscles. They are connected to each other even though they are far from one another. They also interconnect the backbone, ribs, and skin. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives it this push, the snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. Last one, movement in fish. Body shape of this fish is streamlined. So what is meant by streamlined? Yes, body tapers at both ends. Such shape is called streamlined shape. This shape allows the fish to move in water easily. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part swings towards the opposite side. The fish forms a curve. Then, quickly, the body and tail curve to the other side. This makes a jerk and pushes the body forward. A series of such jerks make the fish swim ahead. So that's all about this lesson. So what are the points we discussed in this class? Yes, joints, types of joints, difference between movements and locomotion, then movements in various animals. Okay, so all of you read your textbook properly and study well. Okay, thank you.